G'day runners, welcome to Running Alive. I'm Jason Montfort. In this video, I'm going to put together a training plan. I run on a 9-day cycle. There's a few reasons for that. One, 7 days just seems too short to fit in what I need to get in the recovery that I need between the harder sessions. And two, it suits my work rotations. Being 3 9-day weeks, that adds up to 27 days. So if you really want to modify it, make it 4 7-day weeks for yourself, and that's 28 days. Only 1 day difference, and really just add in another easy run somewhere in the mix. 3 by 9 day blocks. The first 2 are the main blocks, with the third adding in some recovery and consolidation so I can absorb the training. From there, let's look at the key hard days. Day 2, and I have 3 days in between. Day 6, repeat that in the second week. In the third week, you'll notice that I don't have 2 really hard days, only just the one. The reason for that is recovery. The next key session that I really want to focus on is the long run. So day 9 in weeks 1 and 2, and day 8 in the last week. You'll see that there's only 1 easy day in between the hard day and the long run on the third week. That's because that hard run will actually be quite short, and I should be able to have recovered from it. Then given the extra day of recovery at the end of that week, I start the next round of 3 weeks worth of training, or able to absorb the increase in training that then comes from it. Then in between the hard days, I'm going to have a more moderate run. That run, I'm going to class it as stamina. Basically, I want to push my endurance out a bit without the real hard or extra recovery that will be required from the long run of the week. And then in that third week, that run will be a test. In my case, it's a MAF test. The test will depend on your event, your fitness abilities, and what you like to keep track of. So right now, the first hard run will be a 4 by 4 minute run. So the idea is to run though each interval at probably the same pace for each of the 4-minute efforts from start to finish. And the aim is to have it at the best I can do for those times. Then the second hard run of the week is currently a tempo run. So somewhere between 75 and 87% of max heart rate. I'll usually sit around 80 to 85%. So it's an almost steady state run. The heart rate will gradually increase just to maintain the pace at this stage. At the moment, I'm running at 60 minutes. When I started it a couple of months ago, I started at 20 minutes. As you'll notice, the hard run in that third week is the 4 by 4 minutes. I should be able to recover from that session within a couple of days. The long runs at the moment are 2 hours and 20 minutes. So that's what I'm currently sitting at this week. And I'll keep that the same for the first week and the second week. Then in the third week, plan is to add 10 minutes. I aim to keep the run somewhere below 75% of heart rate max, so it is low intensity, typically running at about 70%. The pace just happens to be a byproduct of running at that intensity. Then as I get closer to a race, short interval, tempo run, long interval, long run, spaced out over 9 days all up, repeat it again, and then back into the third lot of 9 days. Test, short interval, extend the long run. Now all the black squares, they're easy runs or recovery runs. These runs are all done at low intensity, and the main point of these easy runs is that they add recovery, add a bit of volume, but I should feel better at the end of the run than I do at the start. There's one thing missing at the moment. And that's strength training. Strength training takes about 45 minutes each session, and I'll perform it twice out of every 9-day block. Part of the timing will be when I can fit it in regards to work. Also, I'll place it so that it doesn't impact too much on any of the runs. What you will notice that's missing from the program is any mileage guidelines. Instead, I look at what I want to achieve from each session. The training will be geared around achieving that purpose. Having mileage goals, they just end up forcing me to run further on the easy days. It takes away from the recovery that I need, and it means I get caught up in the trap of training too hard on the easy days just to hit some mileage targets. So let's look at the session again. Easy, short intervals, easy with some strength, a stamina workout, whether it's a tempo run or a moderate long run, longer intervals, easy, long run. Do it all again, then have a couple of easy days, test run, some more recovery, some short intervals, and extend out the long run. Seems simple, but the hard part is doing it consistently, having the patience not to push it too far, and ensuring that you progress over the weeks. Keep on running.